Hey, food explorers. So I was going to make just a really simple video today. I thought, strawberry season, strawberries are fresh from the farmer's market. I'm going to show you guys how to make amazing strawberry gummies. I have not made this recipe before, but I love eating gummies. So not those gummies no, just regular gummies, you guys. And so I'm doing research and I'm learning all about how to make the gummy recipes, ingredients to use. And then I ask my robot friend, ChatGPT, I'm like, hey, can you give me some interesting facts about strawberries? ChatGPT says, it's not a berry. Okay, you filthy liar. I don't believe you. I'm gonna look this up. Yeah, my robot friend was correct. Strawberries are technically not berries. This blew my mind. I learned a lot. Here's what I learned. They're not a true berry because they come from a flower. They're called an aggregate fruit. And they develop from the flower, and then the fleshy part that we eat, this fleshy part, it's called a false fruit. A false fruit, you guys. Oh my gosh. It's actually the receptacle for these little things called achenes, and the achenes are the little seeds. The seeds are actually the fruit part. My brain has wrinkled. I don't understand. Why did strawberries lie to me my whole life? Their actual term is called octoplod. An octoplod. I mean, obviously this is a terrible name. Nobody wants to be like, I'm eating my octoplods today. No, we don't want to say that. We want to say we're eating a strawberry. But they're called an octoplod, and that's because they have a set of 8 chromosomes. And strawberries originally, it's kind of fascinating. So we had North American strawberries and we had Chilean strawberries, and the strawberry actually wasn't able to sort of self-pollinate and grow successfully. But when those two were crossed, that's when we get sort of our modern strawberry. Strawberry juice and other berry juice actually used to be used for ink. So they'd actually use in the pens, they'd use the juice as ink because ink was hard to come by, especially during many of the wars that we had in the past. And with the strawberries, they belong to the family that's the same family as roses, apples, and peaches. So obviously my education system failed me because I had no idea that this is an accessory fruit, a false fruit, a receptacle for the achenes, which are the real fruit. Oy, I tell ya. So I learned this. I'm going to have to take some therapy. Get over the fact that what I just thought of as a berry, it's not. It's just not. So while this fruit has been lying to me my entire life, that's okay. We're still going to make the gummies today. Now, what I wanted to do was 2 versions. But I made this recipe 4 times now, and I have given up on trying to make it. So the original YouTube video that I saw, this gentleman made these great strawberry gummies with an agar, and they worked beautiful for him. So mistakes that I made. I used agar flakes and not powder. So I didn't have the right amount. And I actually, when I watched his video again, I realized that my lemons were like extra large, super duper juicy lemons. So I had probably a cup or more of lemon juice compared to when I rewatched his video, and he did not have that much. So I had too much liquid. I had the wrong agar. It's good though. I want these strawberry gummies. We're going to a celebration. Jason's friends are here from Taiwan, and so we're doing a big barbecue, very Canadian thing to do. And so I wanted to take some strawberry gummies to celebrate the time of year. I'm going to make the recipe again, but this time I'm doing it differently. I am following a lady named Rockin' Robin, and I'll put a link to her video below. She has funny little kitchen jokes. I'm going to use gelatin powder this time. So gelatin powder, and I have my strawberries already. Thank you again, Stephen Dan's BC Fruit. Mwah, love you guys. You make amazing stuff. And then from Canmore, we have our local honey. This is creamed honey, my favorite honey. So to use it in the recipe, I have simply melted the honey so it's ready to go. The recipe is uber simple. 2 cups of fruit. You're going to throw it through the Vitamix, blend it up, then onto the stove in a pot with 1 to 2 tablespoons of honey, depends on how sweet you want it. I'm going to bloom 5 tablespoons plus 1 teaspoon of gelatin. Once that is bloomed, I'm actually going to put it into the microwave. Robin said to do make the gelatin so it's liquefied 10 seconds at a time in the microwave. So once I'm done doing that, I'll actually put how many increments I had to do. Depends on the power of your microwave as well. My one that I have in the kitchen, because I don't need a microwave for much stuff. It's mostly just to reheat things when the chocolate gets a little cool. I can heat things up, but I'll tell you how many increments. So it's 5 tablespoons plus 1 teaspoon gelatin. Once that's melted down, we're gonna have everything in the pot. Once it's well incorporated, oh my gosh, I'm going with a different mold this time because I'm so sad about the other ones. I have these little gingerbread men. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. And we're gonna put them in there, and then they're gonna go into the freezer for about 10 minutes, and then we should have our gummies. And I swear, if these don't turn out, then the universe has spoken and I am not meant to make my own gummies at home. But we'll see how this goes. I hope it works, and then I can report back a success. This is the goal, everyone. Success. So while we're waiting, another fun fact that you might not have known. It's not really a fact. You know, I get really geeky on the doctrine of signatures. It's this doctrine that basically says that each food has a correlating body part that it's really good for. So we talked about in a previous video on nuts, walnuts, they look like brains, they're good for your brains. Well, strawberries, because they actually have that shape where they look like a heart, according to the doctrine of signatures, they're good for your heart. Red fruits, red vegetables are good for blood cleansing, keeping your blood healthy and strong. And the capillaries in your body, the runners on the strawberry represent the capillaries in your body. And some of you might be like, sure, Colleen, whatever you say. But I think it's really fascinating that we have sort of these different symbolisms for what the food will do to help your body. And in some cases, it's actually quite true. If you look at something like beets, they're very, that deep purple red. So anything red or purple is really good for your blood. And beets are really good for, for blood pressure, for heart health. I have an amazing video coming out soon, and we're going to do something totally crazy with beets, and I can't wait for you to see it. In our modern food system, something that's super annoying is where we basically grow and breed fruits for appearance over flavor. There's an incredible book called Tomatoland that's all about how tomatoes, basically, we grow them so that they can bounce really great out of the back of a truck if they happen to, escape. Strawberries are another one of those things that throughout the season, because the season for strawberries really should be sort of that May, June, July. They have a shorter growing season, and so we should just be enjoying them in those kind of summery, late spring months. But with technology, we've extended the growing time of strawberries and we're growing them for longer. These are actually considered a winter fruit in California, so they'll actually start in January. Up here north in Canada, we're getting them in May to June, depending on, what's happened for the season. This year so far, we've actually had quite a bit of rain. Thank goodness, because who wants the province to be on fire? Nobody. But there's a lot of big agriculture where we grow foods for what they look like. So we want the perfect looking strawberry, and we don't consider the flavor. And so have you ever had those strawberries that they're just kind of like woody texture? There's no strawberry flavor to them. They're terrible. I do not enjoy. 0 out of 10, do not recommend. But many people that have never had strawberries like this, perfectly in season, don't know the pure joy of strawberries that are full of flavor and taste like strawberries. Hey, the recipe worked. Oh my goodness, honestly, I was gonna give up and rename the channel, Colleen's Failed Experiments. I have a really hard time following recipes. It's not my favorite thing to do. This is why I work with chocolate, because I don't have to follow any recipes. But look at how good they turned out. Oh my gosh. They're like bouncy and gummy and shiny. So yeah, I'm super stoked with how they turned out. They came out of the mold like really nice, like perfectly out of the mold. So that's good. And it's got a little taste here. Yeah, they got a nice like squishy gummy texture. Oh, delightful. Oh, they're good. I think next time I'll actually so I didn't have it in the video, but I actually added in a strawberry syrup from a local company out of Canmore. So I'll put a link to that in the description below. But I think the strawberry flavor is good. And it's like nice and kind of like that tart strawberry. I think though, I might put a bit of citric acid next time, just to make that flavor pop a little bit. I put a little tiny bit in, but I think I'd actually put more in next time. So I'm excited. I'm going to make some other, bing, bing, bing. I'm going to make some other flavors because that actually turned out really great. So pretty much that's a wrap. We've had a success finally after all of the failed ones with the agar. I'll find something else to do with the agar. But I did want to say, I wanted to have the video out just before the strawberry moon. So in June, the summer solstice, which usually happens about June 21st, that's also called the strawberry moon. And so it used to be a time when it was, when that full moon would happen, people would know it was time to start harvesting things like strawberries because they're sort of the first fruits of the season to be ready. And so I wanted to have a video out a little while ago. It's okay. I'm in my barbecue gear. I'm heading to a barbecue. We got a couple briskets going, and I hope wherever you're at, you're having an amazing day. Maybe it's the weekend for you as well. And smash that subscribe button so that I can see all of your comments and your likes and everything. I love interacting with everybody in the community here. Morning, noon, evening, wherever you're at, have an amazing day, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.